Hello guys and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid priority defensive target Alphonso Davies is demanding a huge 20 million euros in wages as the club is waiting to send their first offer. We are going to be discussing you through that on this episode as we move forward. And shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention to the next agenda as Carlo Ancelloti apologized to Real Madrid youngster Ardar Güler after substitution incident versus Sevilla on Sunday night. We are also going to be talking you through that on this episode as we move forward. So please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our next update. Real Madrid top priority this summer window will be to nail down a move for Kylian Mbappe, who is set to leave Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season once his contract clocks up. The Frenchman has been on their radar for the better part of the last decade at this point, but the move never went through for several reasons. This time, though, it is near completion and seems to be the first one they will announce. Once done, Madrid will look to negotiate with Bayern Munich as they are targeting a move for Alphonso Davies. The Canadian's contract expires in the summer of 2025, and at this point, the Bavarians are quite pessimistic about his continuity. In fact, a report earlier from The Athletic claimed that Madrid have already reached a full verbal agreement with Davies. It was never going to be a problem for the Spanish giants anyway, with the player keen to move on to the Santiago Bernabeu. However, it seems the reason why his contract extension stalled at Real Madrid and opened up this avenue has been released, with a report from Bild claiming that Davies demanded 20 million euros as his salary. Bayern, with a very strict wage cap, were never happy to pay this much money, with even Harry Kane earning just over 20 million euros. Madrid, on the other hand, seemed to be happy to comply with Davies' demands. Toni Kroos is their top earner right now, reportedly pocketing nearly 22 million euros in gross wages, with David Alaba, Luka Modric, and Vinicius Jr. all pretty much the 20 million euros mark. Right now, Madrid are waiting on a green light from Bayern so they can send their first official bid for the player, which is expected to be in the region of 30 to 40 million euros. They are not ready to pay anything more than 50 million for his services, especially with only 1 year remaining on his contract. So having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda as manager Carlo Ancelloti apologized to Real Madrid youngster Ardar Güler after substitution incident versus Sevilla on Sunday, report claim. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano, Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti has apologized to youngster Ardar Güler after Sunday night substitution incident against Sevilla. When Real Madrid played host to Sevilla, Los Blancos were desperately trying to find a breakthrough, and amid that, Ancelotti decided to introduce Güler, but his decision quickly changed soon after Luka Modric scored. The 19-year-old wonderkid was close to coming on to the pitch and was receiving instructions from the coach before being asked to sit back on the bench. Just as the former Fenerbahce midfielder was gearing up to enter the field, Modric scored from the edge of the area to put Real Madrid in the lead. In response, the manager called an impromptu discussion with one of his assistants, conveying a sense of calm through various gestures, signaling a decision to delay the planned substitution. Having overcome the challenge of breaking through Sevilla's defense, the coach opted to bring in a player with the ability to control possession and provide some solidity on the field. Eventually, Dani Ceballos was called into action and Güler was ordered to go back to the bench. Explaining his decision after the game, Ancelotti explained that before Modric's goal, he had some plans for Ardar Güler, but all that changed after his side went a goal up. I had thought of before the goal, and I changed my mind after the goal, and I prefer to bring on a more defensive player such as Ceballos. I think he understands it very well, and if he doesn't, that's fine, said the manager. Güler's presence on the field has been extremely limited this season, with only 5 appearances, one of which as a starter in the Copa del Rey match against Argentina. His involvement in the league matches has been brief, featuring in the final stages against Las Palmas, Girona and Rayo Vallecano, which is why he has had minimal opportunities to showcase his talent. All this has led to speculations that he might be let go in the summer on a loan transfer, and as reported before, AC Milan are said to be interested in his acquisition. So having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of today's interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our next update. See you next time, and a very big Hello Madrid to us all.